The internet has a strange obsession with chaos, and nothing feeds that obsession quite like a love story gone completely off the rails. Especially when that love story belongs to reality TV stars who built their fame on picture-perfect illusions and then watched it all crumble in front of millions. Martell Holt, Melody Sherry, and Arionne Curry have become the holy trinity of heartbreak, betrayal, and revenge in the messy universe of love and marriage, Huntsville. For years, fans thought they knew the story: the cheating husband, the betrayed wife, and the homewrecker who ruined everything. But what happens when that story starts to crack? When the villain cries, the hero looks guilty, and the perfect wife suddenly doesn't seem so innocent? The line between truth and performance blurs fast, and the masks everyone once wore start to fall apart. When Arionne finally broke her silence, she didn't just open old wounds, she unleashed a storm that pulled Martell and Melody right back into the fire. Secrets spilled, accusations flew, and what was once reality TV turned into real-life warfare. Because in Huntsville, the cameras may stop rolling, but the drama never ends. It all started like every other reality TV love story. Two ambitious people chasing dreams. Cameras capturing every romantic glance, every argument, every tear. Martell and Melody Holt were once the golden couple of Huntsville, the power duo who made fans believe in black love, success, and partnership. But beneath the surface of their carefully polished image, there were cracks forming. Cracks that would one day split wide open for the world to see. Martell had the charm and confidence of a man who could talk his way out of anything, but charm can't hide guilt forever. When his affair with Arionne Curry surfaced, the fairy tale shattered. For years, the world saw Martell as the villain, Arionne as the homewrecker, and Melody as the wounded wife who rose above it all. Social media picked sides, fans turned detectives, and every episode of Love and Marriage. Huntsville became another chapter in their public unraveling. But what no one saw coming was the shift, the quiet rumble beneath the gossip that hinted the story might not be as black and white as it seemed. When Arionne finally broke down and spoke her truth, the internet froze. This wasn't the smug other woman defending her choices. This was a broken soul unraveling in front of thousands. Through tears, she confessed feeling used, discarded, and painted as a monster while others played innocent. Her pain was raw, her words trembling with the kind of honesty that can't be faked. Suddenly, the narrative that had long been cemented began to crumble. Viewers started to question everything. Was Arionne the only one at fault? Or had she been manipulated just like everyone else? Then came the twist no one saw coming. Martell, who had been silent for months, appeared on a live stream one night and lit the match that reignited the chaos. With a calm but dangerous tone, he claimed there were things about Melody no one knew, things that would change how everyone saw their marriage. He spoke of emotional distance, constant arguments, and a power struggle that had turned their home into a battleground. According to him, Melody's hunger for fame had overshadowed their love, leaving him feeling isolated and unseen. And then came the bombshell. He implied Melody herself hadn't been completely faithful either. He didn't accuse her directly, but the message was clear. The internet erupted, fans dissected every word, every pause, every facial expression. Suddenly, the sympathy shifted. Melody, once the symbol of strength and betrayal, now found her halo slipping, while Arionne's tears took on a new kind of credibility. Martell's revelation wasn't just about exposing the past. It was about rewriting the entire story, turning the once perfect narrative into a messy, painful war of truths and lies that no one could walk away from clean. As the live stream clips spread like wildfire, the internet transformed into a courtroom, with millions of self-appointed judges deciding who was guilty and who was finally telling the truth. Arionne, already fragile from her earlier breakdown, found herself thrown into the middle once again. Her emotions poured out online as she insisted that what Martell revealed only confirmed what she had been saying for years. She claimed she wasn't the villain, but the scapegoat, the woman who got caught in the crossfire of a marriage that had already been broken long before she entered the picture. Her words echoed with pain and exhaustion as she reminded people that she too had been manipulated and humiliated. Meanwhile, Melody stayed silent, a silence that only fueled speculation. Some believed she was quietly preparing to strike back with her own truth, while others thought she was simply letting Martell and Arionne destroy themselves. But silence doesn't protect you for long in the court of public opinion, and soon Melody was forced to respond not with words, but through her body language, her social media posts, and her icy demeanor in interviews. Still, Martell wasn't done. He began hinting that there were deeper secrets buried in their marriage, secrets that could flip the entire narrative upside down. Then, out of nowhere, he crossed a line even his supporters couldn't defend. He released what he claimed were private recordings of Melody scolding their children, painting her as an impatient, harsh mother who hid her temper behind a polished image. The reaction was immediate and explosive. Fans who once adored Martell turned on him, accusing him of weaponizing his family's private pain for revenge. Others defended him, saying he was only trying to reveal the truth. But at that point, the truth had become a dangerous weapon, and everyone involved was bleeding from it. The drama was no longer about love or betrayal. It was about destruction, about who could survive the storm without completely losing their humanity in the process. Melody finally broke her silence when the chaos reached its boiling point. Sitting in front of the camera with tired eyes and a trembling voice, she addressed every rumor that had consumed the internet. She admitted that her marriage was toxic, that she had lost herself trying to hold on to something already dead, but she denied the claims that she had ever harmed her children or been unfaithful. Her words carried the weight of someone who had endured years of public humiliation and private pain. She described nights filled with arguments, days when she felt trapped, and the quiet agony of pretending everything was fine for the cameras. She insisted that her focus had always been on protecting her children, even when the world was tearing her apart. Many believed her, praising her strength and courage. Others weren't so quick to forgive, accusing her of rewriting history just like Martell. The internet became a digital battlefield, with Mar Team Melody and Bar Team Martell trending as both sides refused to back down. Arionne, watching from a distance, seemed to crumble under the weight of it all. What she had hoped would be her moment of vindication had turned into another wave of judgment and pity. Her social media went quiet, replaced by cryptic posts that hinted at exhaustion and regret. The whole situation had spiraled so far beyond control that no one could tell where the truth ended and manipulation began. Every word, every tear, every screenshot had become ammunition in a war where love was long gone and reputation was the only thing left to fight for. And just when it seemed the dust might finally settle, whispers began to surface again. Rumors that Martell wasn't done, that he had one final revelation that could destroy everything. The world waited, hungry for the next explosion, as if the pain of these three people had become entertainment. But beneath the headlines and hashtags lay a sobering truth. There were no heroes left in this story, only survivors clinging to their versions of the truth in a world that refuses to let any of them heal. And that's the thing about stories like this, Jute Sob, no one ever really wins. The fame, the followers, the trending hashtags, they all come with a price that no one is truly ready to pay. Martell, Melody, and Arionne may have started out as just three people tangled in a complicated love story, but now they've become symbols of how far people will go to control the narrative, to come out looking right even when everything around them is wrong. What began as a TV storyline has turned into a living, breathing saga of heartbreak, pride, and revenge. Each confession pulling them deeper into the spotlight they once craved but now can't escape. The truth may eventually come out, or maybe it never will. What's certain is that every tear shed, every live stream, and every accusation has turned into fuel for a world that feeds on drama. Because in the end, reality TV doesn't end when the cameras stop rolling, it just moves online, where the audience never sleeps, and forgiveness is never guaranteed. If you want to keep up with the real story behind the glamour, the lies, and the heartbreak, make sure you subscribe to the Hype Spill. Because trust me, the next chapter of this chaos is just around the corner. This chaos is just around the corner.